The whole point of being on camera is to filter out all of their mistakes. I see a lot of comments praising me on certain things, like maybe I speak well, or maybe I'm kind of eloquent or whatever. But the truth is, that's just what you see on camera. In reality, you can't see any of the flaws I have in real life. Every single stutter I edit out and every single mistake I make, you can't even see. At the end of the day, our flaws are what make us human and what make us captivating. And that's why I always felt so connected to people who are truly authentic. Specifically, I'm talking about content creators, obviously. People that speak their mind no matter what, even if it's controversial. Because now it feels like the correct opinion is given to you by your social media feed and your phone. It feels like as soon as you step out of line, you become target number one. But at the end of the day, you need to be authentic and you need to have your own opinion. Otherwise, you're just a robot. You're another NPC. So yesterday was the Super Bowl, and honestly, it felt like one of the least hyped Super Bowls ever. And I feel like the reason for that is because at this point, everyone just feels like it's scripted. It's become a joke at this point, but honestly, with all of these sports performances like the Super Bowl and even like the NBA Finals, everyone has this idea that it's all scripted, it's all fake. And because of that, it's not authentic. So why would you watch? Now, no matter what you believe, if you believe it is scripted or if it's not, there's still some air of fakeness about it. Like, it's not really authentic. And this is not just something with like the Super Bowl, but I feel like with celebrity and celebrity culture as a whole, I feel like people are stepping away from that, celebrity culture because it's not authentic at all. It doesn't feel real. Everyone now just sees celebrities as kind of pawns, people who just say the right message and people who are kind of just vessels. Nowadays, the real most captivating people are the people who are actually authentic. The people who say what they actually believe, the people who make videos based on the things that they actually care about and not just crying on camera because Trump got elected. And it takes courage to be authentic on camera and be authentic as a personality because that means you're going to get hated. And if you want to speak up for the truth and something you actually believe in, that requires authenticity and sincerity, and it requires you to be hated to an extent. And that doesn't mean just because you're authentic, you're saying the truth, but it does mean that to say the truth, you have to be authentic. And I've always really been drawn to these people who are super authentic and super true to themselves. People who say their opinion no matter what people might say or whatever fear they might have. And just as an example, think about all the prophets ﷺ throughout Islamic history. They all were authentic because they said the truth and they spread the message of Islam, even though pretty much everyone around them hated them for it. If you look at the Prophet ﷺ, he was in a situation where he was getting rocks thrown at him, he was battered and bloodied, but he still ended up spreading the message. He pushed past it because at the end of the day, speaking for the truth is more important than, having an opinion of what other people might think of you. The truth is, if you want to speak up about Islam or honestly anything important, it's going to make you hate it, but at the end of the day, there's no reward without risk. You have to be willing to make some people angry. I mean, to be honest, people are going to get angry at literally anything, but especially if you want to be a conveyor of Islam, if you want to do taqwa, which at the end of the day, all of us should do to an extent, you have to stand up and say the truth, and that's going to make some people angry. You're just going to have to accept it. Unfortunately, Muslims nowadays are kind of ashamed. They're fearful of being Muslim and specifically believing the things a Muslim should believe. I want you to understand you cannot fear being a Muslim and you cannot fear having certain opinions. At the end of the day, this is a religion from Allah, which means it's absolutely and objectively correct. And when it comes to the things you actually do, you also have to remember you need to be sincere because actions are judged by their intentions. If you're not sincere with your actions and if you're not authentic with your actions, then they're literally not even going to get accepted. So without authenticity, your deeds are going to be useless. If you read Quran nicely just to show off and try and woo people with it, then of course it's going to be useless because you're not doing it for an authentic reason. So look, 2025 is the year where people will value authenticity over literally everything else. People are stepping away from these fake celebrities, people that they can't really trust and people that they can't connect to. And if you're watching this, I highly suggest you make your own videos or spread your own message that's obviously like related to Islam or anything good in the world. All you have to do is be authentic. It's literally never been easier to pop off on social media and spread a good message and even make a career out of it as long as you're authentic.